Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Ararat General Cemetery in Ararat, Victoria. Today we're just going to have a look around what is a rather large cemetery. It's a lot bigger than I actually thought it would be. And just to fill you in, Ararat is the home of J Ward, which is, or was rather, the asylum for the criminally insane, as well as Ararat, which was a mental asylum back in the day. Within the cemetery there are quite a lot of graves from patients who were at one time or another incarcerated. Most of the graves of those patients, I believe, are unmarked. Now we're just going to have a look around. I don't think that we're going to probably see any graves where we can for sure recognise that they were patients, but we'll just have a look and see what we can find. And just here is a plaque. This plaque respectfully acknowledges the many people who resided in Ararat, J Ward and the old Ararat Jail, who died and were buried in the cemetery in marked and unmarked graves. May they rest in peace. From the Friends of J Ward, Ararat. Just to clarify as well, J Ward, before it became an institution for the criminally insane, it was a jail. Now, during its time as an institution for the criminally insane, one name that stands out who was a patient there is Mark Chopper Reed. Now, Chopper, as you know, cut his ears off in Pentridge as a way to get out of there, and what happened was he ended up at J Ward in Ararat. Two other people of note, and I will put a little bio about these two down below, is Jimmy Laughlin, who was friends with Chopper in H Division at Pentridge, and Gary Webb. Now, as I said, I will put a description about those below. So now we're just going to do a walk around and just have a look at some of the notables, if there are any, and some of the other residents. I've also got my great buddy Steve with me.
Hello.
So here we go, come along, let's see what we can find.
These have been reinterred from an older cemetery.
Okay, do we know what cemetery?
It's from Ararat. This is not the original cemetery.
Oh, okay.
So it would appear there were two cemeteries here in Ararat at some point. It's in 1858 over here.
Ararat is also an old gold mining town which had its boom in the mid to late 1800s. Now there is a large, somewhere in the cemetery here, a large section for the Chinese. They heard of the gold being found here and the rush was on from China. You'll see many of the graves are from the mid to late 1800s. And again, because it is such an old cemetery, we are likely to see a lot of graves with people buried that weren't very old when they passed. There is a lawn section just there. I really love how back in the older days when they buried their loved ones, quite often they would put their job that they did. And as the case of this one, Thomas Tattersall. He was a locomotive foreman for the Victorian Railways. This one here is probably the most elaborate one within the cemetery. As we come across there, found the Chinese section. Now, most of the Chinese that are buried here were miners that came out from China during the gold rush. Unfortunately, I don't speak Chinese. If there's anybody on the channel who can translate, please put it down in the comments. And just small headstones with a number and the name of the person buried there. I don't know what the number means, whether that's a grave location number or not. As you can see, they go on for a fair way. Going back to J Ward, we did the tour of there yesterday and it was very fascinating. Great little tour and I highly recommend it. Keep an eye out for future videos. I will be doing a video on J Ward, although we weren't allowed to excuse me, actually video there. But we were allowed to take a lot of photos, so I will be showing a lot of photos in the video at a later date. And of course, no cemetery is complete without a Commonwealth War grave. Private J.W. Neely, 22nd Battalion. And here is an older Commonwealth War grave. James Murphy 2nd DAC, I'm not sure what that is. 8th of the 12th, 35, so James would have served most likely in the First World War. As you can see, the cemetery is rather large. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. A few big hares running through the paddock in the distance up there. I'm not sure if you can see those or not. There is a lot of open ground between the graves. All of these would be the unmarked graves. As we're going, there's markers here showing, and they run right along the ground there with just a number on them. Again, uncertain of what the number means.
Another series here.
And they run right along as we step up and over. They're just pretty much everywhere. These are all unmarked graves, and I would guess from J Ward or Arradale. And once again, like most cemeteries, we do find graves of nuns and priests. And here we have the Brigidine or Brigadine sisters. And also the Brigadine sisters over here as well. Now it's very early morning here, it's only after 7:30 in the morning. So at the moment we're casting a long shadow, so I do apologise if the shadow sneaks into the video. And this obviously is a grave where ancestors have put a new plaque on there for the Shea family. Timothy passed away 1915, Honora 1909, John 1883, Patrick 1948, Judith 1941, STI, I'm guessing that would be stillborn, and Timothy 1952. Another Commonwealth War grave for L.N. Cleary, 58th Battalion. Loving memory of Mary Carroll, who died 18th of January 1870, aged 29 years, and her daughter Maria Carroll died 14th of August 1877, aged 19 years. Wow. Yeah, this one, memory of Eleanor Ann, the beloved wife of Ferdinand Bush, died January 8th, 1868. Another example of relatives or descendants putting a plaque to remember their ancestors. William Ryan died 1891, Mary 1899, William 1872. And I noticed the name Ryan appears quite a lot in this cemetery, so there must have been a lot of Ryans back in the day. And like every cemetery I visit, we see graves like this one where they're fallen down through wear and tear or vandalism. And we always see the graves with the wrought iron fences around them. Okay everyone, well, we've done a lap of the cemetery. We've shown you some of the residents. Hope you've enjoyed the video. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Still trying to get the subscribers up to 500. We're in the 470s now. So please click that subscribe button. Leave me a thumbs up and a comment. And I'll always try and get back to you. From Ararat General Cemetery, thanks for watching. Bye for now.